Target Trading Academy.
Good afternoon, everybody. Preston Vogl here at Target Trading Academy with today's Micros Market Recap. It is Tuesday, November 15th, 4 p.m. here Eastern Time. So we are at the New York close. Get right into it with micro oil. So oil opened below the close. I believe the close is around here. We had a little bit of a fight at the opening, a little bit of run up, came back down, hit that HVA edge again. So that's twice hitting it, and then just shot up. Not like a rocket, but it was a slower move. This stuff over here was a lot more volatile than over here to our left. So with that being said, 2, 3, 4 potential entries for our students in micro oil. Gold opening pretty much at that range high, and then 8:30 news came out, shot up, and then it made its way down, and then just went sideways. And after it closed, after hours here, it's been angling up a little bit. So we did finish gold pretty much at the same close. It closed right here, I want to say, yesterday or around that, and 130. It's around the same area, so pretty close to where we had finished yesterday. So no real gain or loss on the day's end there. As far as our equities go, that same 8:30 news that drove that gold market up drove the equities up as well. More so the ES and Nasdaq than other markets. But if we just scroll back here, and I'll go to that news, you can just see how large that was. The thing just shot straight up. Granted, it was already gap up from its close, but I mean that just drove it up even further when that news came out this morning at 8:30. I believe it was the PPI and something else. But when we opened, we had to move up, and they were pushing to go higher, but those sellers came and started putting the pressure on. Possible entry there once, twice. Let's scroll over. 3, 4, 5, a bunch of opportunities, both long and short at that edge now. But ultimately, shortly after lunch, it finally broke. This area finally broke. That pressure was there all day, but it finally broke, and they put in some new lows. You can see that they just kept pushing and pushing and pushing, but ultimately the buyers decided at this point that they weren't going any lower, and you can see that they brought it back up for the most part, and then just kept it here for the remaining portion of the day. So we are finishing net positive from that close because I believe it was down here from yesterday. So we are finishing net positive on the day's end. Similar story in the Nasdaq, except for they had turned around that close from yesterday. But that news brought it way up, and I'll scroll over so you can see that as well in the Nasdaq. Just shot it up, putting it gap up, and then the opening of the market, you can just see, you can just see that the opening of the market shot it up as well, and you had instant entry potential once, twice, both of them massive winners. And then you can see the support from the other end of that HVA, and then again, and then finally came down, and it looked like the sellers were starting to put the pressure on here in the Nasdaq, but they just couldn't sustain it, much like the ES. But finally, again, after that lunch hour, you can see that that dam finally broke, and the flood wires came out. But like I said, they got to that close, and they turned right around for the most part. Sometimes they carry through, sometimes they don't. You never know. But they got to the close, and boom, huge response at it, and then there was a attempt down, much like in the ES, and that's when the buyers said, nope, not anymore, and they just brought it back up. So we are finishing net positive on the day in the equities, and with that being said, that is today's Micros Market Recap. If you're interested in finding out more information about these levels and how you can get them onto your charts the night before, or if you're interested in learning how to trade futures based off of our methodology that we teach every day live in the rooms that we're open. Granted, we're not the rooms aren't open on the weekend, so there's nothing to teach. Feel free to reach out to us. Check out the win-loss break-even videos that Pat puts out each and every day, and you'll be able to see for yourself the student submissions at these levels. And if that's not enough for you, get in contact with a representative. Ugh, I don't know why I can't speak today, but get in contact with a representative at Target Trading Academy. You can find us on Facebook or go to our website at targettrading.co. Again, that is targettrading.co. And once you get in touch with them, they'll gladly show you what we do each and every day in our rooms, and you'll be able to see for yourself why we are the #1 trading education company in the world. We look forward to seeing you there.